Let's go to South Africa. The former Secretary General of the ruling African National Congress, ANC, Magashule, has been expelled from the party. His expulsion comes after the ANC National Disciplinary Committee, NDC, found him guilty of contravening the party's constitution by failing to withdraw and apologize for his decision to suspend party president Cyril Ramaphosa in May 2021. According to the ANC, the NDC met to deliberate on charges preferred against Magashule. Sources close to Magashule, however, say he was planning to appeal the findings of the NDC with the ANC's National Disciplinary Committee of Appeals, where he will argue he had never been served with summons and never received communication from NDC for him to appear before it. Niehaus, president of the African Radical Economic Transformation Alliance, joins me to unpack this latest development. Thank you very much for giving us your time. Did you see this coming? And what do you make of the former ANC Secretary General Magashule's expulsion?
Yes, I certainly saw it coming because I myself had been subjected to the very same treatment by the African National Congress. I was expelled last year in December from the ANC under the same section of which Comrade Magashule had now been expelled, Section 25 of the ANC's constitution. And it is clear that this has got nothing to do with being indisciplined or not actually believing in the ideals that the African National Congress originally was started for. It has all got to do with resistance to the way in which the current administration of the African National Congress under Cyril Ramaphosa have betrayed those liberation ideals that the ANC was formed for. I was expelled because I criticized Cyril Ramaphosa and said that the current economic policy program that the ANC is following is a sell-out program, and evidently for very similar reasons, Magashule had now been expelled. He was not given a fair hearing. This was a kangaroo court, and I believe that Comrade Magashule was quite correct to have decided not to respond to the ultimatum that he was given, that he had to respond within 7 days after he was threatened with expulsion. It is clear now that the ANC is not prepared to have opinions being expressed which is contrary to the views of Cyril Ramaphosa and his acolytes. And this means, in my mind, and I believe in the minds of many South Africans, that the ANC had ceased to be a national liberation movement, that it has now become a reactionary organization implementing new liberal economic policy programs, and in fact standing in the service of the Western European and United States imperialist powers. Sadly, those of us who have joined the ANC for full liberation must now say that the African National Congress has died.
What do you expect from the former ANC Secretary General? What do you see as his next move after this announcement?
Well, he did say today in a very short interview with the South African Broadcasting Corporation that he will address a press conference next week. He also emphasized that he will not speak before then. I'm not a spokesperson for Mr. Magashule, so I cannot speak on his behalf. But I very much doubt, and this is just the opinion that I have, that he will decide to apologize or even to appeal this decision by the National Disciplinary Committee of the African National Congress. I believe that Comrade Magashule sees the situation similar to the way in which I see it, that the ANC had subjected him to a kangaroo court, that he had been unfairly dismissed, that it is not worth his while to now make a call for any reasonableness from the ANC National Disciplinary Committee, because evidently they're not prepared to be reasonable. And I personally don't see any reason why myself, after I had been expelled, and now also Comrade Ace Magashule after his expulsion, should even try to return to this African National Congress, which I no longer recognize. And I don't think Comrade Ace does so either. Recognize the ANC any longer as a national liberation movement.
I mean, we'll all keep our eyes glued to see what happens in the coming days. Thank you very much, Mr. Niehaus, for speaking with us.